All right, good people. Let's get at it. Let's get at it. Death is promised. Forgiveness is not. Hashtag family. Extremely important conversation. In my opinion, probably one of the most important conversations with Mr. Cage that we're probably ever going to have. We're not talking about entrepreneurship. We're not talking about career development. We're not talking about education, middle school and high school, realizing your full potential. Today, we are not talking about none of that. We're talking about death is promised, but forgiveness is not. My condolences, my sincere condolences to any of my close friends, family, or anybody watching this that has lost someone that they loved or cared about. This quick conversation with Mr. Cage is not directly or specifically directed at any person, people, or family. This thought came up in my mind probably about a month ago, maybe about 2 months ago. I would definitely say about a month ago. I believe God gave it to me. I sat on it for a while, because sometimes when you get thoughts, when we have thoughts, or especially when God gives us thoughts, it's not necessarily meant for us to speak on what he gives us or any ideas or thoughts that we have at that time. Sometimes thoughts are given to us as gift for contemplation. Sometimes thoughts are given to us as gifts for contemplation purposes. And this was one of those contemplative thoughts. My goal is to share my heart with you. And my prayer is that I'm watching people go past. My prayer is that what I have to say falls on good ground. I'm not looking for anybody to change overnight. We shouldn't be looking for that either. Because any misunderstanding that could result in any dysfunction in our families didn't happen overnight. It took time for those situations, those belief systems, customs, tradition, norms to be solidified over a period of time. And it's going to take time to untie, to unravel, and to resolve these issues. So let's get into it. We don't have any time to waste. from a societal standpoint, my worldview, many of us live tomorrow as though it's promised and guaranteed. I've done a video on Car Conversations about this very topic, and it still holds true. We had a tendency, most of us, not to be intentional, not to be relentless, in our life efforts. That's unfortunate. Something for us to think about. The fulfillment of your purpose is not promised. You, I, and we desire to be successful in a relative sense. It's not promised. You, I, me, we wanted to be married. It's not promised. Waking up in the morning every day is not promised. It's the Lord's will, according to his purpose and plan that he has for this life that he loaned us. Our lives is on loan, y'all. The reality of it is that we don't truly own the lives that we've been given. We place ownership on the lives that we've been given, which produces behaviors, activities, actions, and experiences. But the reality of it is, this life that we've been given is on loan. And that loan has to be paid in full. Whether I fulfill my purpose, whether I'm successful, whether I get married, whether I have a whole bunch of zeros in my bank account, whether I become famous, the lives that we've been given will be paid in full. And the lives that we've been given are paid in full through the currency of time. This life that we've been given will eventually be paid in full through the currency of time. One aspect of our life that is guaranteed, that time is going to move forward. Time is never going to regress. Though people regress, though we remain stagnant at times, though at times we operate in reverse, one certainty about life is that time is going to move forward. There's going to be advances in technology. There's going to be advancements in medicine. There's going to be advancements in career. There's going to be advancement in business. There's going to be advancements in every facet of life. Our advancement is not guaranteed. We have to be active in that. One aspect of life that is guaranteed is death. Death, transition, is guaranteed. But me waking up in the morning is not. I have to take a relentless approach to this gift that we call life, because I don't know. This is why personally, in my 46 years of existence, I leave people alone. This is a note. I leave people alone because I don't know what a person is capable of. And in some instances, I don't know what I'm capable of. But my goal is not to get in the pressure cooker of life where I have to make a decision and that needs to be made in a impulsive way. Thank God that I live by design and not default. Divine design and not human default. Death is promised, but forgiveness is not. Brother Cage, what is it that you really mean by this statement? We will all transition, but we all won't forgive. Forgiveness takes action. Forgiveness takes involvement. Forgiveness takes intentionality, initiative. Forgiveness takes God. Whether you believe in God or not, that's not my argument. That's not my debate. The premise is death is promised and forgiveness is not. #family. We all have some level of dysfunction in our family. The adage, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, is very, very true. The question is, and that's my deep question for this current conversation, what tree are we speaking of? Yeah. The tree that we speak of determines the fruit that we refer to. But this tree that I'm speaking of is the familiar tree. It doesn't fall from the apple, the fruit, the result, the outcome, the behavior, the lifestyle does not fall far from the tree itself. My question to you is, why are you mad? Why are we mad at family members for being who they are and being the best version of them that they know how to be? Why are we upset? Yeah, that person hurt me when I was 7 years old, when I was 8 years old, when I couldn't defend myself. That person verbally, physically assaulted me, intentionally and sometimes unintentionally. I won't trivialize that. Not at all. I won't trivialize, nor will I minimize that. It's not my place. But what we cannot afford to do is build a monument to an experience that we had that was outside of our control. We can't afford to build a monument to a situation that somebody played a part in that they really didn't know what they were doing. See, the thing is, our problem is that we think that people know what they doing. Oh, that person did that. I knew, man, that person knew what they was doing. They didn't understand the ramifications. And in most cases, when these traumatic experiences occur, it's not the person. They're being used as an instrument. But because we look at what people do in a negative sense from a natural lens only, we can only use natural weapons and understand it to ascertain what that person did, why they did what they did, and we fall victim to human reasoning, which in essence, it builds a wedge or impediment. It puts an object between my family and myself, and I can't rock with them because of what they did or how they are. Death is promised. Forgiveness is not. I'll leave you with this. And maybe we'll do a part 2. Maybe we won't. But I'll leave you with this. Is what that person said or did, is it worth losing them for the entirety of your lifespan? Is what that person said or did worth losing them for the entirety of your lifespan? I'm talking about blood relatives right now. Let me specify that. I'm talking about blood relatives. And I'm going to say this. I'm not insinuating that y'all be BFFs. I'm not insinuating that relationship is going to be the way it was before whatever traumatic experience took place. That's not what I'm applying at all. I'm not implying that. But I am saying specifically, forgiveness is going to take God and you to be in alignment with the move and the behavior that he desires to initiate. Have I been hurt by family? Absolutely. Have family stolen valuable items from me? Yes. Has family cursed me out? Absolutely. I've experienced that. But when you become a man, mature, you put away childish things. Prophetically speaking, the thoughts are the childish things. So when I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, equating to mature thoughts and mature words. I release you. We need to release the people who intentionally and unintentionally harmed us, verbally or non-verbally, or physically. Some of our lives is on hold because we haven't forgiven those individuals. I want to see your life advance in all areas of life. And one of the first steps that we're going to have to do is forgive. There's an American cliche. I had to look it up and do some research on where this thought originated from. But people had a tendency to say that forgiveness is either forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you, or either forgiveness is for you and not the other person. I think it's forgiveness is not for the other person, but it's for you. Lies. Forgiveness is for everybody. Yeah, forgiveness releases me and it releases you, which really should give us a clean slate. But that's a deeper conversation. But at least we can be cordial. And sometimes, in certain situations, we don't look at the part that we played in the situation. We don't look at the part that we played. And then also, too, lastly, sometimes we don't have the whole story. And we have bits and pieces of the story. And that's probably one of the most dangerous positions to take when you're discussing family, is me taking a position in regards to a person or an experience or a situation without having full disclosure in all the details. I don't have enough information. I can't even conceive a thought. Get all the information. We gotta refrain from being overly emotional and impulsive, and understand that the decisions that we make are not only going to impact us in the present, but they're going to impact our kids in the future. With the habitual patterns of lifestyle that we impart to them from an unhealthy, broken soul. Death, transition into the next dimension is promised, but forgiveness is not. Be intentional, because forgiveness is for you, it's for me, it's for us, and it's for the next generation.